Welcome back to the Explainer, everyone. If you're a 7th grader diving into your information technology coursework right now, you can go ahead and consider this your official mission briefing, because today you aren't just a student. You are officially becoming a digital detective. We are going to learn exactly how to conquer the wild west of the web. I mean, the internet is this massive, incredible place, but let's be honest, it can be super tricky to navigate if you don't have the right tools. So by the end of this session, you're going to know exactly how to track down the information you actually need, and way more importantly, how to prove that it's actually true.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Here's our roadmap for the mission. We'll start with the Open Internet Challenge, then move on to smart search strategies, testing source credibility, busting some common search misconceptions, and finally, we'll put it into practice.
All right, Section 1, the Open Internet Challenge.
So the internet is built entirely on sharing, which is amazing. But it creates a really unique challenge for us. Literally anyone, anywhere with a Wi-Fi connection can publish anything they want today. So you have to ask yourself, why do open internet information sources need credibility checks? Think about it. If anyone can just spin up a website, write a blog, or post a video, how do we know what's an actual fact and what's just someone's random opinion, or even worse, a complete fabrication? There is no giant internet boss fact-checking everything before it goes live. So that job falls entirely on you. You're the digital detective.
To solve this problem, we need to clearly define our primary target for today: credibility. Basically, credibility is the quality of being trusted, convincing, and backed by verifiable facts. This is your anchor word for today's mission. If a piece of information doesn't meet this standard, just throw it out. It is absolutely not enough for something to just sound smart or look professional on a screen. It literally has to be backed up by real, verifiable facts.
Moving on to Section 2, Smart Search Strategies.
Good detective work always starts with knowing exactly how to search. You don't just want to stare at a giant pile of random clues, right? So here are 3 crucial steps to execute a really effective search. Step 1, pick your broad topic. What are you generally looking for? Step 2, choose specific key terms. This is where you start narrowing things down. And step 3, honestly, this is your secret weapon right here, add quotation marks for exact phrasing. When you put a phrase in quotation marks, you're literally commanding the search engine. You're telling it, hey, do not give me pages that just have these words scattered all over the place. I only want results where these exact words appear right next to each other in this exact order. Let's actually do a little search phrase practice so you can see this in action. Let's say you're doing a science report on penguins. If you just type the word penguins into a search engine, you're going to get millions of results. I'm talking cartoon movies, sports teams, local zoos, you name it. It's way too broad. But if you type emperor penguin habitat inside quotation marks, boom, the search engine filters out all that noise. It zeroes right in on scientific articles, encyclopedias, and educational resources specifically talking about where that exact species lives. It's going to save you so much time.
All right, Section 3, testing source credibility.
Now that we know how to find our information efficiently, we have to interrogate those search results to see if they can actually be trusted. But before we do that, let's just make sure we know what we're looking at. A source is the specific place, person, or website where your information originally comes from. Identifying your source is step 1. If you can't easily figure out where a piece of information originated, honestly, that is an immediate red flag for any digital detective. This perfectly illustrates why identifying that source is so incredibly critical. Imagine you're searching around and you find an anonymous blog claiming, "Penguins can fly, they just hide it." Now compare that to a verified.gov government site stating, "Penguins are flightless marine birds." If you're writing a paper for school and you cite that anonymous blog just because it popped up first in your search, you are definitely getting a failing grade. We need concrete ways to verify that we are dealing with the .gov site and not the anonymous flying penguin blog. And to do that, we use this handy credibility checklist. Seriously, whenever you click on a link, run through these 4 questions in your head. Number 1, who wrote it? Is there an actual author with real credentials, or are they hiding their identity? 2, when was it published? Look, technology and science change incredibly fast. An article from 1998 might be completely wrong today. 3, why was it written? Are they trying to educate you, sell you something, or just make you angry? And 4, look right at the domain. Is it an educational.edu or government.gov site? Those are usually highly reliable because they have really strict rules for what they can publish.
Section 4, Common Search Misconceptions.
Okay, it is time to bust a massive myth that traps students all the time when they're doing research for school. And here it is. The very first search result is always the most accurate. I know, it is so tempting. You type in your search, you hit enter, and you just click that very top link because, well, it's right there. It feels like the search engine is just handing you the best possible answer on a silver platter. But as digital detectives, we know we have to dig a little deeper than that.
Because here is the actual truth. Search engines use algorithms to rank pages by popularity in keywords, not always by truth. Remember, search engines are just machines. They're very, very smart machines, but what they're looking for is how many people click on a page, how many times your keyword shows up, and honestly, sometimes who paid the most money to be at the top of the list. They do not have a built-in lie detector. That's exactly why the first result might be super popular, but it might completely fail our credibility checklist.
And finally, Section 5. Put it into practice. Let's run a quick challenge right now to test out these brand new skills you've just learned. Fire up those digital detective senses, and let's compare two articles side by side. So look at Article A. It has an anonymous author, it was published way back in 2012, and it's sitting on a .com domain that is absolutely plastered in flashing advertisements. Now look at Article B. This one was written by Dr. Jane Smith, published in 2025, and lives on a .edu university domain. Take a second, run these through your new checklist. Which one of these are you going to use for your homework?
If you guessed Article B, you nailed it. It's the clear winner. It passes literally every test on our list. It has a named expert author, so we know exactly who wrote it. It has a super recent date, meaning the info is fresh, and it's on a verified .edu domain, which tells us a real educational institution is backing it up. If you picked Article B, fantastic job. You are officially analyzing your sources rather than just blindly clicking the first thing you see.
Well, we have covered a ton of ground today, from using those quotation marks like a cheat code for your search engine to busting the myth of the first search result and finally interrogating our sources using the credibility checklist. So I want to leave you with one final thought to ponder. How are you going to change your search habits for your very next homework assignment? Seriously, think about it. Are you going to keep clicking that very first link you see and hoping for the best? Or are you going to take 30 extra seconds to be a true digital detective and guarantee your information is bulletproof? The web is completely yours to explore, so get out there and search smart. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I will catch you next time.